Nice to see here.
The light's a little bright. Yeah. You know, the light's a little bright, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I have it right there. I'm going to have to adjust it.
Well, let's say hi to people first. And you can make your little...
All right, Shadow, pick up. Which one? That one?
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with...
Oberon.
And me, Banshee.
Is that really you out there? Because I think I have to adjust the lighting. It's right in my eyes.
Please do, Mr. O. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll just turn that screen on.
I'll just chatter away here. How is everybody?
But you know what, Banshee? You're good at it.
How is everybody? All three of us out there. It's a typical Thursday lately, but maybe more will show up. Let's keep hope alive. But good to see who's here.
Yes, greetings to everyone. Good to see you all.
On the eve of the publication, unless for some reason it can't go live, what could go wrong? Mercury's not retrograde yet. Of our website. Our website will be premiering tomorrow. And I'm pretty excited.
Hooray!
I can't give you an exact time because me and my son are going to work together on some stuff and test some things out. But it's going to go up, and then I'll make the announcement once I see that everything seems to be, at least what I need for now, is functioning like it should. But I am so excited. I'm so excited because also it's 4 days before my birthday.
Who could forget? But gee, Banshee, what do you do when, of course, you've already gotten most of your birthday presents, probably?
Oh, I don't know.
There's one that's still coming, though.
But I do know I can't get this on exactly, but here is one of my secret birthday presents I've been hiding till closer to my birthday. I don't know if you want to get the smaller camera on this and show this one off. Here I am. There are Lenormand cards on here.
Oh, dark. There we go.
How awesome is that?
Turn to your right. There we go. Wow, Banshee, just when I thought you couldn't do anything more bizarre.
Oh, man, I want more from this collection, actually, of masks. They are pretty cool.
Thanks, Gina. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, we did kind of start. I think we did.
Yeah, we did. Kind of, sort of. And let's see. Yeah, Lenormand mask. Way cool. So, also, I'll be using one of my other birthday presents tonight for our collective reading. I kind of stocked up on some oracle decks.
I still don't like the light, so I'm going to adjust it again.
Oh, Mr. O's adjusting the lights again, so I'll just show you that I am using the Ancestor Spirit oracle cards. This is a very, very beautiful deck, and I think I'm going to like it a lot. There's the backs of the deck. And here is one of the beautiful cards in the deck. But we're going to pull one randomly when Mr. O returns. All right. This Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards are by Jade Sky. And they are just beautiful.
Beautiful. So I see it's a hot time in the chat room tonight. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks for coming. Who's here? Oh, you had phone issues. Uh-oh. You missed my you probably missed my Lenormand mask. You'll have to see it. I was modeling it. Birthday present for myself, Merwin. Gotta be fashionably protected out there.
Especially in this state.
Especially in our state right now. Holy cow, it's getting crazy. Our hospitals are reaching peak. All right, let's see. These are very, very... new. Doesn't matter, upright or reversed, it'll be read upright. What does that say? Ooh, that looks beautiful. Nice and colorful. Embrace your inner gypsy. Uh-oh. There's that word. Doggone it. Freedom, fun, and music. And so, gypsy is not considered a very positive word anymore, I guess. But it's still being used. So this one is embrace your inner gypsy, and I'm going to take a look at it. What are
It's
the
a
words?
sad thing because, a lot of people say, oh, it's just a slur against the Romanis. But I have known it in the context of my life to be more about a cultural, colorful way of looking at a certain people. And I think that there are a lot of people who don't use it in disrespect, but that they think that it's actually colorful, quaint, cultural traditions.
Well, I'm going to respect people's right to feel that way, but obviously it's on the card here, so I'm calling it like it is. And it's freedom, fun, and music. So I'm going to go into, there's a whole history here. What makes this deck really nice, I just want to show it off just a little, is you have this part here that gives kind of a history and a lore. And then you have the Ancestor speaking to you and the divinatory meaning. So I'm going to look at both the Ancestor speaks and the divinatory meaning and let the background go for now. Anyway, the Ancestor spirits want to help you feel like a creative gypsy. Have you had the desire to run away and leave everything behind you? Have you been feeling like a caged bird or a hamster on a wheel? It's time to set yourself free. Be passionate and begin to enjoy life again. You do not need to run away or become a nomad, but you do need to do something that can release your stress levels. Oh, I like the sounds of that. You may like to dance, sing, travel, or go to a festival or marketplace. Well, as much as we can in this COVID climate. So the divinatory meaning is this. Consider what you can do to get back your fun-loving, free-spirited self. If you can make the change today, put things into place so you don't feel stagnant or trapped. Book a holiday, plan an outing, or dance in your lounge room. Free your mind and your soul by doing things that make you feel alive and passionate. You're not meant to feel like a caged animal. Be true to yourself and to what you want to do and free yourself today.
Well, looking at that chat room conversation there, somebody's got some explaining to do. What's this about a third vaccine?
Oh, no, nobody's got anything explaining to do. It was on the news today.
I know they're saying it, but I don't know what it is.
They said that Pfizer said that there is every likelihood that everybody 1 year from now will have to get a booster. 1 year from when you've gotten the shot.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what they're saying. Yeah, I know, Merwin. A little concerned about that. May not be good for the variants, but I don't think there's really a lot of data in on that yet. They're hedging their bets that it does have protection, but I'm wondering how much, and maybe we're seeing some of that here in Michigan. Hard to say.
Thank you. That's very
Stevie
nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice song, too. I love that song.
I love that song.
Yep. Hey, so one more thing before we get started. We're talking a lot about the web page here, and it's so close we can almost taste it. We actually cut a video.
Yum, 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 yum.
Sunny can too. We actually cut a video today where we did a welcome that's going to be posted on the webpage and, of course, on YouTube and stuff as well. But just as another little sneak peek, I'm going to grab the camera in a minute, or Mr. O can do it. You remember seeing this before. Let's get it on.
Turn. No, other way. There you go.
Well, I want to be able to see what I'm doing as well.
Well, but we want to see it too.
So, as I move up the page, I'm not going far because I want to give everything away. See, the little tree disappears. And look, 2 tarot readers for the price of 1. That's us. And just to show a little bit more at the top, Well, actually, I'll go down a little more. We have our story. We have how you can book online. We're going to have a blog. Our shop is below. You'll just see one line from that. Plans and pricing will happen later. There will be some subscription plans and more. We're going to have a news page, a blog page, a forum. It's going to be lively. And even the cats have a little part of our website, of course. The TFT cat crew has to be there. So one more thing. Let me just slide down as I promised. There comes the shop. That's only a portion of the shop. What you're seeing here are the spreads that I'm offering for individual sale. Not only will we have parties and one-on-one sessions with people for blocks of time, we will offer either by PDF format or by video link to private video, individual spreads for sale. So I found little graphics for most of them that kind of fit the themes of the spreads that I'm giving away. So stay tuned. Selling, I should say.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so what's up? You going to start reading then?
I think so. I just wanted to get that business out of the way. Plus, what's next week, Mr. O?
Your birthday.
Yes, but there's something else.
I'm already fatigued from your birthday.
It's the end of Aries season and the start of Taurus season, which is always happy for me too. I like Taurus season.
Oh, so that means that it's time for another monthly modality message.
That's right,
in which
Mr. O.
our unique reading, month-long astrological reading that tells each of the modalities how they can best use their energies and their special focus to get through that month.
Yep. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for our webpage coming out tomorrow. Lots is happening around here.
Hi, Hot Girl.
Hey, Hot Girl Vic. I've just added you to a very short list, so welcome. Okay,
Happy birthday, Taurus. But first, happy birthday, Banshee.
April 19th at the tail end of Aries. And the year I was born, it was definitely the tail end of Aries. I was looking at a chart that, you can get these free charts online. And this one's pretty good, and I might post it on my birthday. I was noting that Venus is at 0 degrees Taurus on my birthday. I just thought that was really interesting. I don't know, just me. So I'm as close to the end anyway of Aries as you can get, about an hour and a half away. So let's rock and roll. And yes, indeed, I'm going to be partying. I've been partying already, Hot Girl. Believe me. So let's get rolling with the show. We've got Blue Ocean Star is first, and then Merwin, Gina, and Hot Girl Vic, and whoever else happens in.
And I'll just briefly show my cards. I have my Cat People Tarot.
Awesome.
And then I have my Nefertari's Egyptian Golden. And then the Dame Fortune Wheel Tarot.
Actually, yes, I'm very cuspy, and then my rising sign is Gemini. So I'm like on the Aries Taurus cusp, and my rising sign is the next house, Gemini, which is kind of cool. So today I brought out the Light Seers Tarot. Angel Rivera's been using it for his monthly, or his cards of the day that he does in the evenings, and they're beautiful. And I got a new deck because my other deck had a bent card. It wasn't totally ruined, so I sent the deck off to my granddaughter and daughter-in-law to use, but I felt I needed a deck without the bent card for reading for people. So that's the Judgment card in that deck. And it's by Chris Ann. It's just so beautiful. And then by Corinne Kenner, and we have here the After Tarot, which is an interesting deck as well that I've had in my collection. That's the Queen of Pentacles in that deck. And then we have Ciro Marchetti's Tarot Grand Lux today. And here we have the Lush Queen of Pentacles in that deck. And for the Lenormand today, I will be using the Mirror of Truth Lenormand. Here's a foxy lady for the fox card. And that is by, Sylvia Nietzscher. I always forget that.
And I see we have our first question from Blue Ocean Stars. What past life did you and Amir B share? So did you want to use a deck?
Yeah, well, let's use the light series, but I'm thinking,
Okay.
too bad we don't have that one reading template. Well, let's wing it. Let's see what we can do. Didn't we do something before with to figure out the sexes of both?
Well, I know we do some past life stuff. Is that what you mean?
With the court
To
cards,
determine genders
figure
or
out
situations,
genders,
yes.
So let's see.
Well, let's just take it at face value. What kind of life did they share? That's the question. Regardless of what genders, roles, etc. I guess that's how they ask the question. What life did they share?
I really need the context.
It's there. Go and read it for yourself.
I know, and I really need the context, because if they were sisters and brothers, that's going to come out better if I pick court cards, possibly.
Okay, but some of that will just come out because of the way we do the reading.
Maybe.
What kind of life they share.
Maybe.
Oh.
You're shuffling and cutting last, so I will rule the roost with picking the cards.
You rule the roost with everything. And you are picky.
Some of this divisiveness that we show here might be apparent on our webpage with something. I'm just not going to give it away any further than that.
It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt.
But I really need to make an official reading out of that one past life when we did. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But I think the first thing we're going to do is pick the genders.
Okay, that's fine.
And maybe I was crazy. Look at that. Okay.
See, there was a reason why I said that.
It's the King of Pentacles reversed here.
So that means that we know that one was a male and the other was a male. So maybe they were both masculine incarnates.
Yes. I'm sensing this strongly.
Okay, so it could have been a close relationship between fellows that takes familial or, occupational things, clearly friendship.
It could be. It looks like there's a little bit of conflict. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe in this life there were some lessons now that are playing out from that life. But let's see what kind of life you've shared together. That's the question. So now we're going to throw 3 cards on that.
All right. Is this how we did that?
No.
Okay, so we're just sort of coming up with a new idea.
The only way, the reason being is
We have
that
a new attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I just go with the cosmic flow, Mr.
course,
O.
of
I
course.
always do.
Well, we know from our own experience that we have had a number of lives together where we were the same gender ourselves for various reasons, because we might have been siblings that were of the same gender, or
Did you cut?
no, I didn't, or somehow in a relationship of some sort in the same gender.
Wow. Now remember, I want you to remember one thing here, Blue Oceans, that this is just one life. As I tell you the news. So, we have the 6 of Wands reversed. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. And then we have the Eight of Cups upright.
Okay.
I feel like this is a life where you both shared difficulties in achieving the end goals. I feel that this was a life where, it seemed like it was hard for you to get on the same page with one another. The King of Pentacles here was just not, aggressive enough or moving forcefully enough, perhaps, for this King of Wands. And there was a lot of irritation. It's almost as if maybe it's possible that you could have been rivals in some sort, in either a family setting or a business. And I feel that nobody won in this situation.
It kind of looks like that to me. I don't know what that exact nature of the two masculine incarnate might be. It could be, in fact, that there was this sort of rivalry based on something. The idea of the kings or persons who have prominence or importance or are a leader in their area sort of plays into the idea of the Six and the Ace of Wands reversed, because those are talking about people engaged in enterprise and how maybe victory was not so great, and that maybe there were problems with starting businesses or enterprises or situations. And ultimately...
Well, yes. Don't you feel something there? I'm looking and thinking here that...
That's the denouement.
That's the denouement. Because the thing is, it seems as though there was such dissatisfaction with, the material world, or let's just say with enterprise or business, that there was a walking away for something higher. It might be possible that one or both of you actually took a spiritual path and decided you really wanted to walk away from this more mundane, constantly trying to make it work, and nothing works, and realizing that maybe there's something more out there than that.
Because maybe there is some nature to your souls in between incarnations, it was possible that this incarnation was learning that sometimes you're not always each other's, or in some lives, best friends. And that there was an attempt to be friendly rivals and to compete or work on an enterprise together, but something interfered. Maybe it was just each other's incarnate desires to be more the top dog, the king kind of thing, which of course led to either or both of you seeking something more spiritual or something more peaceful.
I'm having a feeling this isn't like a real ancient or old life, Blue Oceans. I think this probably happened maybe 16th, 17th century.
I was going to say less than 500 years. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's an ancient one. I think it's more of what we would consider the Renaissance, post-Renaissance era, because that's what those wands tell me too, the idea of enterprise and stuff like that, trying to make a business, trying to compete. And so, like I said, maybe you were rival business persons. And 500 years ago, it was a man's world. So if you were incarnate, but you had ambition because of your sense of soul, you most likely would have been a man or a person attached to a man who could give you those kind of avenues of expression, of being able to cultivate this, whereas women mostly by this time are just, not as treated as well in our societies.
I also feel as though with the preponderance of wands here, that maybe it's indicating you lived in a more hot environment. It might have been more deserty or just tropical heat, because we also have this water card here. So I get the feeling, if something like that area of the world resonates to you, something more hot and deserty,
But near water, so maybe it was like an area that was near one of the oceans, but still considered a warmer climb and or dry once you're inland.
Yeah, or that's why I'm thinking tropical, like, I don't know, maybe rainforest. But I do feel, so that would not be the dry, obviously.
Should we throw a Lenormand too?
Yeah, let's see if we get anything. The Lenormand, I'm not sure is cut out for past life work or not.
That's true, but maybe it'll give us
see
an
what we
idea. Let's try to focus just maybe more on the two personalities and less on the circumstances, or vice versa.
So you want me to do, well, let's do the circumstances,
Okay.
I think, because maybe...
That might be more picked up through Lenormand because it's more of the normal day-to-day stuff. And I have the exquisite little Sunman sitting here.
And so if there's a lesson to take from this life, I would say it's to know when to walk away, and also when something is not worth it. We only live, for so long, and, you got to make the most of those days. And so sometimes you have to walk away from something that's not working. Wow, this is interesting. So I've got the anchor. I know, because I was thinking, maybe it'll give me an idea of where. And then I've got the mountains. So that's kind of interesting, too, because mountains aren't usually... Well, mountains have dry air, don't they? But
it could be, depending on where they're situated. Mm-hmm. If we wanted to apply this more to the physical nature of what we saw there, and less than what Lenormand might say, this could be saying that maybe you were in an area where it was hard for you to negotiate being somewhere else, a mountainous area where maybe travel was limited. So maybe this could be a factor in why some of the projects and ambitions didn't work out, because maybe your environment just didn't suit it, that kind of business and or the kind of relationship you had trying to forge that enterprise or business.
Well, and here's the other thing. If I was reading this for the situation itself, Blue Ocean, I tend to see this anchor and mountain, meaning that it just seemed like there were enormous obstacles for you and, this person working together. Amirbi. It just seems as though it was almost insurmountable. And the longer you stayed, or the person stayed, I'm not sure which one of you left. I'm not sure, but one of you finally decided enough of this. But the more you stayed, the harder it got.
But even so, whether because of what happened before this lifetime, this anchor tells me also, too, that maybe some part of the connection in that lifetime is also what was really going to still say, we need to keep working on this, we need to stick together. And so, not this lifetime, maybe another, some of this stuff has come back into focus.
Wow. Nicely done, Mr. O.
Alrighty, so
hey, that's what we have for you on the fly,
I hope you can resonate
Blue
to that a
Oceans.
little bit, Blue Ocean.
I hope that helps. Not all lives are, past lives are love and romance with the people and or family even. I don't sense a family relationship here. I just sense more of a rivalry and a friendship.
Yeah, it might have been something where you were in bed together in a business way, as they
That's
say.
what we have for you.
And I see Merwin is asking us about a dream, and you're welcome to it, Blue Ocean. What's up? What's up, baby?
Wow.
That's fascinating.
That is fascinating.
Why,
well,
thank
I hope
you.
so.
Why,
you want to use a deck?
Sure. Thank you for that nice
thanks,
compliment.
Blue Oceans. We appreciate that.
I think we are really good at intuiting from each other, so I'm going to use my Dame Fortune wheel, the lovely Paul Husson deck.
Oh, these cats.
White feathers in a martini glass.
Yeah.
Talk about a dry drink.
But feathers being served in white ones. I like it.
Yeah, that's kind of esoteric-y. To me, at least. So what's up, you?
How about sitting down?
Your hair is flying.
You know, I should move this computer because it's probably in his navigating way.
He's been nice sitting here. He doesn't seem to want to knock over the camera so far this evening. Really dry. Might even give you a little bit of a tickle.
Well, I don't know. When I think of the feathers, I think something's flying in, and it's obviously a message of some sort. White just has that feeling of newness or innocence.
Well, there's air blended with
spirit.
liquid, so, you know, water. So, I mean, the feather's air. The martini glass is a container for liquid. So it is kind of interesting. Who knows? Alrighty.
You will in a minute, Mr. O.
We will. Okay, what does Merwin's dream mean? So our first card is the Queen of Coins, upright. Pretty card, I like the colors. And then we have the Four of Cups upright.
Wow.
And I like that one too. He sort of reminds me of an elf sitting there in a way. I don't know why he's elfin looking, his thinness. He or she, maybe it's a woman, who knows. And then finally we have an ace, and it's the reversed Ace of Wands. Okay, and we had that in our last reading for Blue Ocean Skies. So let's look at this. So what could the dream mean? Well, it sounds to me like there's a propensity to maybe create something, and the idea of feathers in a glass is creative thought in a way, but of something being produced or something coming from your talents in a way. But there's also the idea too that maybe this wouldn't happen right away, or there would be some delays or things there. But still, this is maybe figuring out how to contemplate more the idea for it to come into fruition, to meditate on this and see what other symbols are there. I know you got something better. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, she just put me on the spot.
I
Merwin.
did.
But I don't know if I have something better, but I do have some perspective here that might be a little bit different. You know that Four of Cups.
Martini glass.
That Four of Martini glasses looks like it's saying that, you know, maybe that cup that was being offered to you is showing, you know, with the feathers in it, is that, you know, you need to think deeply about some things, and you need to look for maybe some signs of what direction to go in. You know, I like this particular version of the card because it's got this butterfly up here. It's not just the cups being offered. As a matter of fact, the cups are behind, and instead you see this butterfly. And so I get the feeling that, you know, there's going to be a lot of things being offered to you, but what is it that will really make you soar? And I think that that's what you have to, you know, and to feel transformed. I think you really have to look things over carefully and go deep, you know, in order to grow the kind of fresh start that you want, because otherwise, you know, it could sputter. It may be something that you might be sorry that you've begun.
Well, you know what? Usually that Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, she like sits in a beautiful garden, a garden with butterflies and time or space for contemplation. So I sort of think those two go hand in hand. And this idea is that there is something you will create. There is something that will be produced, but it will take you to really put your mind on it. And you shouldn't be frustrated if it sort of seems like there's a little bit of a delay or there's some misshoots. You know, the wand is also a metaphor for growing things, for the flourishment of stuff. So it all sort of seems good. I'm curious really if you could remember if that was 4 feathers in a cup, because then that would sort of even more tie into the 4 cups.
Huh.
But I'm curious.
Yeah, and very good, Mr. O. That was not bad either, I have to say. You did well. But Gina, I like
what
Gina's
she says
better.
there,
And
too,
you know
yeah.
what, Gina? You're hired. Okay.
Yeah. So can you be here Sunday? Because you got a show now. I'll just be producing on the side. I hear there's some bark on the set on Sunday.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof.
Not just some bark. It sounds like a crate full.
Oberon and Banshee show are canceled because of overload. No. So let's see what our Lenormand will tell us too about the dream.
Gosh.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Oh dear.
No, it's not. Oh, dear.
I know, but it means
We got the birds.
message.
How did we get the birds with the feathers? You're giving a message of some sort there,
Here, just
Merwin.
drop those feathers in the
Yes,
cup
I
over
know.
there.
You're just going to have to watch for signals and signs that, this is the right move to make. This is the right thing to do. My timing is right, because then you've also got along with that the flowers. And the flowers is either a beautiful gift, some gift of praise, some positive thing being given to you.
I just had this other thought too, because the feathers is a message, the birds is a message, and then the cup sort of represents, in a sense, your mind, your subconscious mind. So the message, oh hi, son.
Sonny wanted to get the birds. He went right after the bird card.
But maybe that's saying is that these messages, these omens, are really from deep within you, or at least that they corroborate from what's deep within you too, and that they represent a gift, right? That's the flowers.
Yes. Yeah, the flowers is good. It could be anything, that could be a promotion. That could be, obviously, if you're not working, that could be an offer, something that you really want and desire. So I think, this is just very positive, whatever the dream is referring to. So,
It's probably good news coming to you, and it's probably news you already know in your heart and soul. The cups.
But, like he said, there could be a delay, or the fact that, like I said, don't miss opportunities or don't miss signs and synchronicities. Pay attention. This is a time to pay attention. It seems like it's going to be a very growthful time for you. All right.
So that's what we have, Merwin.
Woohoo.
Woohoo indeed. And Sonny the shedding cat is here. Shedding all
Journal
over.
reading for the next few days, Barkaluzas. Be there, Gina. Yeah, I'm thinking so too. I am. Hey, you're welcome. You're always welcome.
You're very welcome.
All right. So let's see. For Gina, let's use this one. Sunny. I guess we do have a cute little, what I would call a cat tribute on our page. Because what would our show be without Sunny?
Less irritants.
Oh, did I just cut and not even let you shuffle?
Gee, maybe you should go for it.
We all believe in Merwin. I know she can do it.
I was amazed at how quickly I heard things started moving in the direction for you after
Yeah.
it happened. And I just thought, you have too many skills and advantages to not be picked up. And that's a wonderful feeling when this happens.
Well, it also makes me feel like what happened just needed to happen. Some door has been waiting to open for you. That's my thinking in the matter.
Oh, and don't we know about that too?
Oh, we do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. the next few days.
Wow.
Are you planning on going anywhere, Gina? We got first we have the King of Swords. We have the Six of Swords.
So heavy swords action.
Well, and then we have Boo-hoo, the Page of Pentacles reversed. So what do you got to say, Mr. O? Oh, wow. Good for you.
Well, it may be that you're going to be thinking about some decisions you have to make right now.
Some important move or trip. It looks as though you're deciding on something and whether it's really to your advantage or not. Maybe you're waiting for some message from someone.
It's something you sort of feel half-hearted about, like you're not totally serious about it, but you realize maybe to some degree that it's serious to somebody else for a particular reason, but you're thinking it's going to just take a bigger investment from you to get a little bit more behind it. You're just not quite feeling the energy or the commitment there.
There's some kind of move in your life if it is not going anywhere. I love what you said there. If it's not physically taking a trip, it looks as though it could be related to, some move you want to make in your life, because certain things right now are just not making you happy, and this could be in your home environment. Sometimes, the Pentacles could be about that. You want to make some changes there. Or, it's just that you're not satisfied with things as they are right now, and something either needs to go or you need to make some changes. And it's a matter of finally getting down to it, and just doing what you got to do.
Yeah, and you're looking a little bit for some inspiration, so you're probably going to find it because you just really know you need to find it.
Yeah. So it could be a lot of different things. It could be even a spiritual journey of sorts. That's not out of the question here. But I get the feeling that it's more about something in your life that you want to make a change or move on. So maybe it's time to do it.
Let's see those Lenormand. What do you see?
You can do it. I know you can do that.
To me, the idea is that there's some things that are challenging the inspiration. So partially it's just a matter of you of kind of hanging in there, because even though it's a few days we're talking about it, just sort of seems like there's a wobble back and forth. Some things you want to take more seriously, some things you're kind of not sure about.
Well, there's that darn cross. Doggone it. Never like to see the cross in a reading, but in particular, I hate to see it with this beautiful card, the heart card. So what I'm thinking here is that something, that has been weighing heavily on possibly your emotional self, maybe that's it. You're wanting to release some kind of burden or move away from something that just really has not been making you happy or weighing down your heart in some way, if this makes sense.
Well, a lot of times in our lives, we go through cycles, and maybe these feelings come over us once a week or once every couple of weeks or once a month because it's astrology, whatever it is. But I think Banshee's got the idea there too, is that somehow this isn't so much that this is a dramatic journey away or towards something, but the idea that maybe there's always this bit of movement because there's always cycling through these thoughts, because to some degree they're not really arriving at the conclusion. They're more like at the abstract level of that page, unfocused yearning, but not quite getting there. And so what I'm not saying, it's not your fault or anything like that. It's just that because the resolution doesn't really show a clear decision, it just keeps cycling around to some degree.
Wow, Gina.
Was evil?
So, yeah, and it's interesting.
Oh, that's good.
So, do you think that just that fact that you got that email maybe is kind of making you feel a little heavy? Yeah. So, I think, well, now it's making a lot of sense. But, that's good that he got vaccinated anyway.
Absolutely.
I really believe this is the right thing for people to do. Regardless of the dangers. I'm just concerned because I don't know where I'm going to be at next year when I have to get this booster shot. But anyway, we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it. So hopefully that's not going to be a big deal. And I have to say the Pfizer shot for me was not a big deal. So worked out perfectly well. So that's what we have for you, Gina. I hope that makes some sense.
Stick around, because maybe we'll be reading another question for you.
That's right. Stick around. We might do more. With the small group we have here, sometimes it pays to come on a day when there's not a lot of people.
And that means you're next,
Hot Girl Vic, you are up. Ah, a Sphinx cat. I really think they're fascinating. I do.
A long time ago, we had a friend who had one. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're a little bit of maintenance too, I think. So, and I don't know if they have any kind of specific health issues. Some cat breeds do. Can't remember. I remember looking them up once, but I can't remember what I read about them.
If you live in a more cooler climate, you just need to have some kitty sweaters. Dream about Sean.
Okay, that you've never met for years, but you did know them at one time, or you've never known
somebody
them?
you seem to know or know of.
Yeah, I just want to kind of get that clear.
You've dreamed about them for years, but you've never met them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so a message about...
For years, I've got it. Sorry. Your cards?
Yes. Well, let's use the Egyptian ones.
Yeah, sure.
We're talking about Sphinx cats and whatnot. Let's just get these together here. Sunman, do you like these? You do, I bet.
Well, our cats are awesome, and of course they love the fact that we're home now almost all the time.
I'm the only one who's not. But
well, because
even so, I'm out relatively, little compared to working full time.
But they're just our constant companions. There's one or the other by us.
I see. That's interesting.
What?
What Hot Girl said.
Okay. May represent something else too, but I don't know what that might be. Let's see what the cards have to say. Well, he's sitting down a lot over there.
Yeah, he's been
He
very
doesn't really have many places to move, though.
He's manageable here.
Wow.
What do you got?
I don't know. Well, we may have to do some more readings on this one. First one is the Tower. Upright.
Over 6 years of it. The dreams.
And then the Empress. Reversed. And then Justice reversed.
So there's something pretty karmic about this in a way, because they're all major arcana.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if there is some connection
or message
between you two for some reason. What could it be? Well, the temple, or the tower, I'm sorry, seems to suggest that there's a lesson to be learned, or a lesson to be taught, or a lesson to be experienced. And the lesson may be really fundamental and groundbreaking, but it would still leave an idea that there is work to be done, a resolution, not a total end after the meaning of the lesson.
Well, Tower is pretty heady card, and so it doesn't always have to be this way, but I do feel this could be a rather harsh lesson that needs to be learned here. Let's look at this and focus it on some of the other cards here with the Empress. I get the feeling that the Empress is, I'm wondering, this is an artist. And then we have the Empress, which seems to be a lack of creativity or movement or productivity. And I can't help but see the corollary here. That is the message coming to you, or that you have to learn, is how to be more creative and productive. I don't know if you yourself are an artist at all, Hot Girl Vic, or if you do anything in the arts, but is this a personal message to you? Is this why you keep seeing an artist? And I'm just asking. You don't have to be doing the same art form as this person, but if you are dabbling in any kind of art, that would be interesting.
Right, and it may be too that because if you are an artist or inclined to become more artistic, maybe Sean represents a sort of symbol of yourself or your ambitions, and that's why he comes up so often, because there's something that maybe is resonant there, that he's symbolic of your own dreams.
It may be telling you it's time for you, whether you're an artist or not. Oh, but you would like to. Maybe this is trying to prod you in that direction. Did you ever think of that? That this might keep coming back. Although the Tower is upright, I think this message is trying to come to you so that you don't miss out, on a possible opportunity here.
Well, the other thing too is that because justice is reversed, maybe this is saying is that you may have repressed some of this from yourself, that maybe you have these feelings, but you've decided, or you've let circumstances say, no, I can't really do that, or no, I shouldn't be doing that, or I really should be doing something else. And maybe that is what that card is saying, is that you've been trying to run from that, or to not acknowledge that in some respect.
Yeah, and like I said, or the other thing is that you need to really, find a way to be more motivated, in life, to find more motivation in your life, and to maybe balance the scales more. Something in your life might be out of balance, and until you do, maybe this message is just going to keep knocking on your door.
That's what I think.
Do the Lenormand. Dr. Procky, I've got you on the list, and actually, because we have a very short list tonight, you will be after this reading. So hang in there.
Yeah, good timing, Dr. Procky. So yes, Hot Girl, it seems to me like maybe some of this talks about your own ambitions to do that, or to be artistic on some level. Maybe it's not the same kind of artist as Sean, but maybe Sean is symbolic of the idea that there's something you do want to create.
There's something you need to create. That's right. It doesn't necessarily have to be art.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe you're creating fairness or justice somehow, where there is none in your life or in the lives around you. So what do you have, Banch?
The Coffin, which is kind of an interesting card here. I'll get to that in a minute. And then the Tower card.
So we have a second tower, though the Lenormand's tower is not exactly really the same. Sometimes we kind of glom them because of the way we do this reading.
Yeah, the Tower is kind of, yeah, right. We've got two towers here. That is an interesting point. The Tower sometimes talks about isolation or being withdrawn. Maybe in this case, this is talking about, bottled up creativity, or, this inability to create, that there is this blockage, and that needs to come to an end. I think the Coffin is here to say no more of that. You have to be able to, you have to come out of your shell more as far as, being more creative and productive goes. There's something just wanting to come out of you that that's dying to be created and born, if that makes sense.
Sometimes the Lenormand's Tower also talks about institutions in our lives.
Yes.
Maybe it's the place we work at. Maybe it's a place of education, like a college. Maybe it's a place where we're occupied. So I'm going to suggest that maybe what this is saying is that you've looked at some of the more architecture in your life, the things that maybe you've had to subscribe to on some level, go to school, get a job. Maybe this is saying you weren't satisfied or you're not satisfied with what you're learning if you're possibly engaged in learning something right now. And maybe this is saying you would be likely to do better if you were more engaged in a creative field than maybe where you're at now. And so that's what has to end too, is what you're doing now, because it takes you away from a creative ambition that maybe is coming to you in your dreams now.
You know, it's really interesting to me that, you know, you said it was an artist, and we get the Empress, because the Empress is, you know, I like to think very, very related to the arts and creation. And so,
A creator, a creatrix.
yeah, you know, so I just think this reading kind of hit on something here for you. I hope it resonated, because it does seem to have hit on something.
Indeed.
All right, well, we're going to leave it at that. But
Thanks
feel
for coming
free to
again.
ask again if you need more info. Wow, I don't know if I've had any kind of image like that recur that frequently, hot girl.
It's
So very
fascinating.
interesting. Good luck with that.
And you're welcome.
You go.
All right, and here's our question from Dr. Procky. And
Procky.
thanks for joining the show. Please hit the like button or subscribe.
I'll be able to settle with my husband abroad as things have been going on and off. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we can try this. The before and after, or the
Yeah.
after?
What's the after? But let's see.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you much. Appreciate it. I'm glad we could get you in. Thursdays have been a little slow lately, so you picked the right night. Sundays were real busy.
Yeah, we're on Sundays too, but that one tends to be busy, and so if you don't get in early, you may not get in. If you come like after the second hour starts, not so sure. Maybe. But we do our best, we try to, and we're about to launch our website where we will be showing the kind of more in-depth readings we can do for you as a client.
All right. So what do we got?
You are welcome. Okay.
So today would have been tax day in the United States, but they of course have, the deadline has moved, the goalpost has moved because of COVID. So now it's not till May. But our taxes are done and in.
We're going to do the usual 3 cards on this, I think.
Why, yes, we are. I
Alrighty.
think so. If we need to do a yes or no, we will. We got 2 pentacles here, which might relate to timing.
Also, the question possibly concerns material goods.
Oh,
So we have the 6
my
of
husband brought
cups.
things have been going on. Okay. 6 of Cups is reversed. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. I may want to check a yes/no on
Sure.
this. And then we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. So
So
everything is reversed
yeah,
here.
not liking that a whole lot.
No. So let's see. Settle with my husband abroad. Well,
Are there
it's
children
hard to
involved?
say.
No, I take that back. I don't want to ask about children.
And when you're saying will you settle with your husband, are you talking about moving over there to go settle with him, or are you talking about settling affairs with him?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I need to know that, because that's kind of something's here, and I want to get that clear. Okay,
No kids, right. And that was a reach on my part. Sometimes when the card is the other way around, it may indicate your own childhood. It doesn't necessarily talk about children you might have.
So the thing is, yes, he stays abroad, so you want to settle with him there, correct? Well, I think it's going to be tough. There's some delays. There is some issues possibly related to money or income. It looks as though it's not going to move very fast if it's going to happen. I sense the delay could be with just some type of resources.
Well, I don't know for sure about this, but I'm wondering, does he live there with his own family? Is he in a situation wherever he's at where he's connected to his own family or living with them or sharing with them? Because I'm wondering if that's part of the problem, is that maybe there's not a comfort level there. Maybe it's a material situation, but maybe it's also just the too closeness of the family situation. Maybe there are some emotional situations too.
He's alone.
Okay.
So I get the feeling that this Six of Cups reversed, to me, just a longing to have things the way they're supposed to be, or the way things were. I assume you were together at one time, settled together, maybe not, but it's as if there's this longing for some connection to something from the past. That's there, but it just seems like money or financials, some red tape in that, maybe with paperwork.
It is also possible, too, that maybe for whatever reasons, he is sort of maybe not quite moving forcefully. There's something maybe that is distracting him. Maybe it is emotional matters from his past or situations from his past. Maybe it is something about the financials, but something seems to distract him from fully engaging in a process to resolve this or settle.
Okay. Well, what I want to do is, I think we're going to do a quick yes-no reading for you, just to get a yes-no answer if you will be, pardon me?
It kind of level it up.
Yeah, if you will be able to settle with him. And we'll see if we get the Pentacles. What do you think about timing with the Pentacles?
Well, usually that sounds like maybe the season of winter to me, or a year.
It could be a full year.
So like maybe it could be towards the end of next winter, nearly a year from now, 9 to 10 months.
But let's see if it looks like you are going to settle there. And let's just see what the signs say. Curious. And then we'll toss the Lenormand for you. I'm going to shuffle that while you're shuffling. All right.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably one of the bigger issues, is the whole virus situation. Okay.
Oh, Corona. I'm sure that's part of it. I do feel there's going to be some struggles, but ultimately you have this Six of Wands here, which means I do believe it will happen. That this is like a sign of victory or moving forward. You had 2 aces in this reading. We look for how many aces we get in a certain amount of cards. And the 2 aces mean that it's very likely, yes, it will happen. And that there will be an outcome that you will be very happy about. You will feel is successful. But because of the cards in the other reading, I do feel it's a struggle, and it may take more time. It could take up to a year. And you're absolutely right, Dr. Procty. It could be because of the coronavirus restrictions and things. Things are not getting better yet.
So we're going to do one last reading for you for the situation. But yes, I generally agree with what that last reading was. The idea, I think, is that there, and that last card with the man handing the laurel wreath to the woman standing by his horse, I almost feel that's a metaphor for you two coming back together again and feeling like you've resolved many of the situations you had. Success. Now, having said that, I feel like what I saw earlier, this 9 or 10 months, end of next winter, it's going to be a long year, perhaps.
Okay, well, so we have the writer here. And the coffin has come up again. So I'm just going to ask this. How stable is your husband's work during this time of difficulty, with the COVID and everything? Because I feel like maybe part of the problem is you're going to get news that there's been some problem, something coming to an end, like a job, something like that. It's also possible, on the positive side, because Lenormand can be a little vaguer, that actually what's happening here is that you are going to get news that finally the roadblocks are coming to an end. I really think it might be more that, but I had to ask about the job because, it's unstable. And see, and maybe that's what the worry is all about. So I'm not really clear on this, but I feel that it's one of two outcomes here. But one way or another, whether your husband keeps a job or has to find another job, I do feel you will be going, you will be moving. But like I said, something has to end first. Either the obstacles or hurdles with the coronavirus or red tape, whatever's causing the financial problems has to end first before you can go.
I do not read this particular set of cards exactly the same as her, but close enough. I'm learning more. But I do like to look at the numbers sometimes and figure out if there's a numerology thing going on, the vibration of numbers. And we have 1 and 8, which equals 9. And 9 is a very important number from that numerology vibration thing. To me, it sort of suggests a completion of things and maybe a beginning of a new cycle.
Right, which is what you're indicating here. So that's interesting. So maybe once the new job happens, there'll be news and you'll be able to move over. But
we hope so.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen for you, at least according to what the cards are saying today. But don't expect it to happen real soon yet, Dr. Procky. I wish I had better news in that regard, but I'd say we're looking at winter to sometime into the next year.
Hang in there.
Yeah, I wish you the best, and thanks for joining us today. Do come back sometime.
Yeah, it is a yes with a struggle. That's a very good way to put it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, you're welcome anytime. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, guys. We are at 8:07. And we still have people in the show. So if anybody else has a question they would like answered, we've
Briefly,
got the
I'm
time.
going to just mention, though, that my own show, the Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, is on tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock a.m. You can find out what your emotional currents, undercurrents, ups and downs are in your life for the week ahead. Also, don't forget to watch Banshee, Material Matters, on Sundays at 10 a.m. And she gives you the weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance.
And more content coming. That's all I can say. We're going to be busy. And some of it will be on our webpage. And of course, even though we've got services we're selling there, there's going to be free content and free stuff. So rest assured, none of that's going away, We just love making the connections we've made and, making what business we can out of it.
Aww.
Thank you. What?
Well, you've been so busy lately helping us out.
You've been barking up a storm.
Woof, woof.
So we understand, Gina. But anyway, take care, and hopefully we'll see you Sunday. The day before my birthday. Just had to throw that out there.
Oh, hello there, Divine Universe.
What? Divine U is here?
Yes, she is.
Hey, how's it going, Divine You?
Yes, everyone can ask a question again. I'll let Banshee
But
determine
wait
how
a
this
minute,
is going
if
to go.
Divine You wants a question, he
Sure.
will go first. You will go first, I'm sorry, Divine You.
Yeah, we'll let everybody ask a
Alright,
question again, but we're going to do Divine
I'll
first.
be there, at least briefly, while I crazily finish up my page.
Oh, well, we have a little party to go to, so we got some things running around to do tomorrow.
And we actually got a little party to go to, an outdoor retirement farewell for someone at his former workplace.
My best buds.
Yeah. So that at least is outdoors, but it's so cold. And
No, you're
wet.
just in time, Divine. Why don't you go ahead and give us your question?
Yeah, Divine, we are done with our list already. It's the slow Thursday thing, so go ahead and type your question.
Meanwhile, I'll remind people that Goth Tarot premiered yesterday, and that's my little sinister light shadowy look. It's not really sinister at all.
Your son, Mr. Monster, said you need to get some man liner and some for your goth tarot show.
I was in some little Facebook mini feud where somebody was saying everyone looks hotter in eyeliner, and I sort of disagreed.
Okay, how is current energies looking, especially job-wise?
Okay,
All right.
so it's your turn, right?
No, I
No, it's
think
my
I
turn.
used this one last
Okay,
time.
so I'm going to use my Tarot of the Cat people. then.
Okay.
Look at this. Cat person's hair fly.
So, Blue Oceans or whoever's left, if you want a question, you will take care of you next.
I think Hot Girl does too.
Okay. It's bonus night.
Yes, we've entered the bonus round. You seem to have all the secrets in your eyes.
Well, he is wise cat. Here you go. Okay, so
Her
the job.
energies around her job.
Well, Divine You, we got the star upright, and that's the best card thus far. They're all major arcana cards, though. This is the High Priestess reversed. Well, is this the second time that's happened? And then Judgment reversed this time. Well,
No, I don't remember. I remember Justice and a different card, not the High Priest. It was Empress, right?
right, but I'm talking about just the fact that we have major arcana.
Yes,
three
you're
of them.
correct. Yep.
So basically, I think the star is showing that things should be looking up. Things should be looking very, very hopeful right now. I feel that in my bones, that there's a positivity here that maybe even you feel to some extent, but there's something that, you're feeling a little bit, or maybe you realize you should be feeling good about things, but you're feeling a little bit of insecurity. You're feeling a little bit of insecurity, like maybe there's some ulterior motives, or there's some trying to think. Judgment
May I?
reversed. Yeah, go ahead. Do
I
you know
don't-
where I'm going with this?
No, because I don't feel this at all the way you do. I
Uh-oh.
actually feel
Okay.
that combined with the star, which says like things are just really in a very good aspect. I think that the what is this here?
It's the High Priestess.
No, I
and-
mean this one.
Oh, it's Judgment.
it's judgment reversed, and I think this one is just saying that your emphasis is going to be a little bit more on material things. Like you're going to be finding ways to improve the material comfort or the material standing in your life. I think you're focusing differently. I think the High Priestess maybe is saying that to some degree you're not thinking so much of spiritual stuff right now. You're really thinking more of the here and now and getting ahead financially and maybe taking care of other people or doing other things, but less in the more, I'm doing my devotional work.
Well, it's interesting you kind of corroborated that there, Divine You, because I feel that rejuvenation and the High Priestess is that kind of lost feeling here. The High Priestess in particular, where things just don't seem very clear. Even though, you have a lot of optimism, you feel lost. And you feel as though maybe, this will eventually, because sometimes judgment reversed is about karma. I get the feeling that you're worried that this lostness that you're feeling will eventually catch up to you, and that others might sense that, and maybe you're a little worried about that. But I feel like things are still pretty positive, not to overthink it, would be my advice. But go ahead with yours. 'Cause
No, I think I said what I already was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I really think that this is just saying that for now your focus is more on the work, based on that rejuvenation reverse. Just sort of says you're not forgetting about your spirituality, you're just sort of compartmentalizing it a little bit away right now, and you're focusing on a bigger issue for yourself, which is your job.
Okay. Well, this is interesting. So we have the garden. And then this is the card that would represent you, the person in the reading. And it's interesting. It's the card that follows, but you are looking right at that garden. And so I think you need to, you need to network more with people there, collaborate more, or just talk more. Get yourself feeling more at ease with the culture there, I think that's what might be necessary. And if you can't do it, person to person, I don't know your situation, but some people are still doing a lot remotely. Do what you can to set up some meetings or, emails back and forth, chats, etc., and just start to get your bearings and get comfortable with people more there.
So I think these last two cards kind of speak towards what you've mentioned here, the vast organization. This is you looking at that and seeing this as a garden of many delights in certain respects. And so that gives me a little different context for these cards, because maybe what it is that you realize you sort of maybe appear a little bit more unique or exotic within this framework. Maybe it's because of who you are or what you do or how you carry yourself. But so some of this tells you maybe that your work also needs to focus on maybe meeting some of those cultural or other things that make you seem or make yourself feel you're different. Like maybe you're just going to align more with what you feel the culture is represented more around you. So it's not so much forgetting your values, like I said earlier, it's maybe adapting your values to this greater garden.
Wow, very good.
Thank you.
So that's what we have for you, Divine You. You came right at the right time.
That was kind of neat. I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks
Good
for
luck
checking
with that.
in.
And so I know we might have some other questions out there.
I know Vic said something first before Blue Sky, but let's see.
Yeah, okay, Hot Girl, you can go ahead, and then Blue Oceans can.
And then anyone else.
Yeah, right. Hey, you are very welcome,
You're
Divine You. Hope you're doing well out there.
Can I have my cat, people?
No, you can't. What does the Spirit have to say to me while I'm waiting for the love of my life?
Good job, Divine. Glad to hear that. We're hearing a lot of people are getting vaccinated. That's
I got
wonderful.
mine. So after next Tuesday will be 2 weeks since I got the vaccine, and I think that that's what puts you in the immune zone, you know. You have to wait 2 weeks after your second shot to really have that immunity. So I'm almost there. Yay.
Your deck or mine? Your deck or mine?
Mine. Let's go back to the light seers.
Yes, and I've been fully vaccinated for about a month now, or nearly a month, over 3 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, the news today, though, said we might need booster shots in a year.
Our state's having a bad time.
Yeah, we are not doing well here in Michigan, as you might have heard. We are number 1 in the country right now with a surge of COVID cases.
Banshee did pretty good after her second shot, and
Yeah,
I'm feeling great myself.
I would say the first day I got the shot, my arm was sore, and I got really tired. I slept that day. But the second day, I woke up with a lot of energy, and my arm just hurt very slightly, and it was gone by the end of the day, and that was it.
Hot girl, I think some of the research is indicating that maybe the third vaccine is kind of like a booster.
It's a booster because of all the variants out there and the different things. I'm not sure if they're going to do anything to enhance the shots to, you know, accommodate these new variants. I'm really not sure, but they do feel to be safe, probably everybody's going to need a booster because of the fact that it's just so hard to get everybody vaccinated fast enough.
The other thing, too, is that they don't really know if maybe overall in time these vaccines will kind of diminish in your system and not be as effective.
Yeah. They even speculated, okay, that we might, like the flu shot, need to get this every year. Yet another thing.
Yeah, a lot of people mostly feel like their arm is sore. Some people are having more flu or achy symptoms. So it's a real mix. Just everybody take care of yourselves. And it's a sign your immune system is working then. Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to look at that question again while I'm waiting. Say to me. Okay, so you have the 5. Sunny is right in the, there it is. The 5 of Wands, reversed. He's literally, right, there we go. Sorry, and it's so dark when I put it too close. The 4 of Swords, reversed. He moved for me. Why, thank you, Sunny. It's not perfect, but it'll, oh, that's even better. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, upright.
Well, in a way, some of these cards do kind of talk about the energy of waiting or not quite engaged.
That's that 4 of Swords here.
But even in a way, the 5 of Wands reverse could kind of be saying, like, maybe people are putting down their rattling sabers and not doing it as much. And then, of course, there's that one.
Yeah, you know, I think Spirit is just trying to tell you for now, just let go your hold on this, you know, let go thinking about it. Let it go for now and focus on yourself, you know, focus on becoming stronger and, you know, working on yourself right now.
And this card says that you have been working on yourself. And so it's just really a matter of that time for when it is right to take it to market or bring it to harvest or however you want to look at that.
Because, see, this person has already planted seeds, the roots are there, and something is slowly starting to grow. So I think they're saying that, you know, Spirit is saying it's almost time. It's not quite there yet, but it's almost time.
I also wonder, too, if, like, maybe that person who may be yours, their engagement right now is just really far away from you, or it's not really clear that it would be now at all. Like there's just stuff they're going through. They're in some mode of interaction with people and they need to come out of that maybe and maybe that timing will be more like when you are moving towards something more fulfilling yourself.
I am not getting any kind of clear time frame here because It looks like, we have one of each suit there. I don't see anything clearly talking about time.
Right.
Let's
It seems
see.
like it's conditional based maybe mostly on the other person kind of rising out of their situation. So it's hard for us to see that, but maybe the Lenormand might give us a little clue, or we'll just have to see how we can intuit more there. Hello, boy. Yeah, Divine, it's going to be like any other flu vaccine. Betcha, you're right.
Okay. So we have the whip and the rod. Which I'm trying to get to stand. And then we have the sun. It's an interesting combination, actually. I'm not sure what I want to say about this. I'm kind of thinking that when this finally does happen for you,
Boom.
exactly, bam, bam, it's just going to happen fast.
That's the whip there,
Right,
the
because
rod.
the rod and the whip is like a fast action, sometimes an aggressive action. It might also mean that eventually, once you're a little bit more prepared, maybe it's you that is going to be more aggressively pursuing, a relationship, aggressively pursuing what you desire. It's one or the other, but I get the feeling here. I just had that, and he did too. So I think I'm going to go with it that once it happens, it's just going to happen real fast.
And the reason why I think that, I don't know if this is why Banshee thinks that, but I actually think that maybe it's possible this person is already close to your life. Not
No.
necessarily that they're a person you
Maybe.
know, but maybe they're somehow in your life and that fate just hasn't really brought you together yet.
Right.
That it's just a matter of logistics, that somehow at some point you will find each other, and it will be quickly when it happens. So I think that's really cool. You definitely have to tell us when it does.
I know. I can definitely see that. So good job, Mr.
Alrighty,
O.
thank you.
That's what we have for you. Hey, good luck with that. And so we have a question
From Blue Ocean.
Blue Ocean?
If you have a question too, go ahead and give it to us.
I think overall it is hopeful. Something is going to happen, but it's just not the time yet. And like I've often said, sometimes you just have to let go of it completely.
You're welcome.
Like that 5 of Wands indicated. And just let the whole thing go. Don't focus a lot of energy and attention on it. Focus it on yourself, and suddenly, bam, there it will be.
And also, too, that was the 5 of Wands, which I said maybe indicates that that person, more likely than yourself, is somehow involved right now and not able to be in your now. But that other card in the Lenormand was, in fact, a rod, too. Mm-hmm. And we said when it happens quick. And so I'm thinking that's the action that kind of links it to that 5 of Wands, that maybe it's just the idea of that somehow they unengage, align differently.
Hey, YOLO.
Hi,
We
YOLO.
will get to your question as soon as we're done with this next reading we're doing, so hang in there. Hey, good to see you. We
Good
are
to see
doing
you.
okay despite the upsurge in cases in Michigan. We are vaccinated.
Okay, so we're going to do Blue Ocean Star first, and then we'll be with you in a moment.
your cards.
Okay, and I'm going to take the
Hope you are
Paul
doing well,
Huson.
YOLO, as well.
Dame Fortune.
Oh, look at him stretch. Did I shuffle yet?
Nope.
Okay.
You did not.
You're correct.
Thanks, hot girl.
Oh, thanks, hot girl. You are welcome. One more. All right.
Your first card, Blue Ocean Star, is the Five of Coins upright. Your next card is the Six of Cups reversed, and you are welcome to in advance. And then finally, you have a Seven of Cups upright. So I sort of get the feeling like maybe they'll cancel with you. Or
well, possibly. Or there is just, it's not working out. I get the feeling it's almost not working out. There's just there's a
neediness with this person, or there's
a lack here. Something is lacking. And I feel as though the Seven of Cups might be here to say that, don't feel too bad, because there's really a lot of other options out there.
Right. You could probably go ahead and just, consider other options. I think with the other person, Kay, it may be likely that they're really mired in some of their own past problems, and they're sort of in a bad feedback loop of some sort. They have a negative feedback loop, and they don't necessarily recognize how others are trying to help them or are helping them.
Yeah, they don't know how to reach out for help or assistance, or to do the right thing. It's sort of as if there's issues here, and that they are rooted in the past somehow.
Are they trying to possibly do a passive aggressive thing where they're trying to make you be the person to make the choice, because they sort of present as not able to do that or not willing to do that? And so I sort of feel like there's a little bit of a passive aggressiveness with these cards, and they're trying to make you be more the doer person in whatever connection you have going.
Okay.
Don't see that?
Well, no.
You're honest.
But just because I don't see it doesn't make it.
Wait, I want to say like that guy on the one commercial.
What?
I don't see
it.
I don't see it.
Well, let's see what the Lenormand can add to this.
Let's see what the Lenormand sees. The Lenormand will see it. Ooh.
Wow. Well, hello.
Hello.
So now we've got something kind of totally ambiguous here. We've got the flowers. And we have the heart. So why, after I've said all of that, do I get the flowers and the heart? So I feel as though...
I think it's leaning more towards what I say.
Maybe this is about you and how this makes you feel, Blue Oceans. So if you feel like this is a wonderful thing for you and you don't want to let it go, then maybe it's worth trying to write it. Because if this is very, very important to you in some way, whether it's love, relationship, or something else, if you feel like this can turn out positive for you, because the flowers kind of is like about a positive outcome, then I feel you should go for it. Or you should go for the thing that truly, truly, inspires you, gives you passion, or, brings you the things that you desire.
A lot of times hearts are synonymous with cups.
Absolutely.
There's even a heart on there. So I sort of feel that this goes towards that. And I think that this is maybe possibly saying that because of what Banshee said about your deep feelings, that maybe this is really you thinking about trying to resolve the situation or trying to focus there. That maybe it's not necessarily about love, but it's really about caring for somebody, about maybe being emotionally involved to the point that you want what's good for them, you want to heal them, you want to help them.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Well, I hope you can make some sense of that, Blue Ocean Star. That's what we have for you. And good luck with that. And so I guess, is there anybody...
YOLO!
Oh, YOLO! Your turn.
It's your turn, YOLO.
Your turn has arrived.
And thank you, Blue Ocean Star. I hope that was resonant for you, too. Is your lag way behind mine?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I have no idea.
Are you able to refresh it all?
Well, I could just go out and come back in. Let me do that. If I can. All right.
Yes, YOLO. Thank you for the question. Can't get there?
I can.
Oh, there you
There
are.
we are. Well, that was really weird. Wonder how that happened.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Kindly know the person current true feeling towards me in future. Also next action. Okay, all right.
Your turn?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that one.
So just a reminder again, tomorrow I'm on in the morning with my emotional exchanges. Also, if you are back on Sunday, you can watch a Sunday too. And Sunday is also the day that Banshee's Material Manners is on.
That's right. And Monday is my birthday, so
Thanks,
you know we're
Blue
going to be
Ocean.
partying on the live stream on Sunday.
Thank you, Blue Ocean Star. That's very sweet. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Shuffle. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's just dropped my precious cards.
That's my... Keep talking.
Oh, hi. You don't want me to watch and see if any of my cards are destroyed. Whoa. So, our website is coming out tomorrow. Stay tuned for that.
The set is crashing down around us as we speak.
Who needs the caps for that?
This camera will never work again.
Oh, my goodness, Mr. Oh! Oh, thank you, thank you. I celebrate every birthday crazily. So I've been celebrating for weeks now. I was showing everybody earlier my new face mask that I got, which actually has Lenormand cards on them. It's really kind of cool. So, never have enough face masks.
All right.
Got that, Mr. O. All right.
True feelings.
Wow. This is kind of deep. Wonder about it. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. We have the Magician reversed there. And we have the Ten of Swords reversed. You know, I don't know if this person has been through like a difficult time or a relationship that was disappointing and they're coming out of something kind of negative. But it seems to me, and this is just the way I feel when I pulled the cards, that they feel like they're on a journey to something better now and more healing. I feel that they feel pretty good about you, but they're really having a very difficult time in dealing with their feelings and expressing their feelings, and maybe they're being how should I say this? They're being a little bit clandestine about their feelings. They don't want to react too strongly out of a fear of being hurt again.
I think that that's a possibility, but I also think it's possible that they're actually not aware, cognizant of their actual intentions. They don't know their true will.
Yeah, true will.
They don't know their true will.
Yeah.
So they may be enacting a little bit improperly or from that part of themselves that is uncertain. But to some degree, what Banshee has said is true, is that they're trying to move towards something that releases them from some pain of the past, from some bitter lessons or bitter challenges that they were ineffective with. And once again, it maybe is going to the fact that there's a weakness within them, and it may not necessarily indicate bad feelings towards you or bad intentions towards you, but they don't really know themselves well enough to be as effective as they think they should be or that they would want to be. Their spirit is willing, but they don't seem to have all their capabilities kind of aligned to some degree.
So I feel, yeah, I like what he said there, and I feel that those last two cards in the back are the ones that are kind of saying, well, they feel that they are moving towards something that is better in their lives, or they're really yearning for that. They're done with the struggles. They want to move into the light now, from periods of darkness, wherever that is and wherever it's going to take them. So I don't know if they're still trying to decide, in a sense, if, that person is you or not. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, hold for it. You're about to ask us for the bottom card.
Well, let's look at the bottom card. I still have it here. Okay, well, it's a Six of Wands, and it's reversed. So, yeah, you're looking pouty now. But remember, that was on the bottom. So I think, again, this might be a situation where they're coming out of a situation where they felt really defeated in some way, really kicked in the dirt. And whether they deserved it or not, that's how they feel. And I think that they are they're done with that.
I don't think they're a bad person. I don't think they're a bad person, but they're a person that, like I said before, they don't know their true mind, their true will. And I think it's interesting that there's this six and this six. They both, in a way, represent a sense of movement, especially that one. But this one here, to me, as a conclusionary kind of note, is saying pretty much what Banshee said, that that they're mostly despondent. They don't really see themselves as having a clear path. They know they're moving along a path and that they've come from worse, but they're just not really exactly sure how they want to proceed.
Yeah. They've got to break the cycle of, because if you wallow, in the defeat too long, then you feel like you don't deserve the good that's coming your way.
Now, here's an interesting numerology thing that I'm going to just throw out there. 6 and 6 is 12. 12 and 10 is 22. And 1 is 23. Okay, it didn't add up the way I thought, but it's a 5 ultimately, which is still a good energy kind of number. So,
well, 5 is contention, a little bit of confusion.
That's true.
So
it may sum up everything.
Let's see what there it is again. Is there any bend-like in this card? I'm beginning to wonder. But it's interesting that we have both. So, here is the Coffin card. I picked that one first. That's come up a couple of times tonight. And we have the Crossroads card along with it, which is really interesting here. So I think it's coming to it's coming to a point where this person is going to make a decision on just exactly where they want to go. In a way, that roads card fits in with the boat, you know?
I think so too, and I think that maybe this is an end to any sense of they don't know what the change should be. It's an end to that idea that they're at a crossroad, because maybe what it is saying is that whether they're really competent or feel secure about their will, they know they are making a decision. That decision probably does affect you, but maybe not as greatly as it affects them.
They're making a decision, and it's very neutral to me which way they're going to go. I have to say that. So I'm just not certain, where things stand completely, other than, they need to work on themselves a little bit here, clearly. So they are going to come up with something. They're going to make a decision. That's what we have for you, YOLO. I don't know if that's helped or not, but hopefully that's giving you some information.
Alrighty then. So I guess that's probably it for the evening.
I think so. We're only 15 minutes shy of the hour, so...
We managed to drag it out a little bit.
Well, we got some extra readings for some people, and that's
that was
always nice. So, we really enjoy our time with everybody, and hopefully Thursdays will pick up again, especially once we start advertising our live streams on our webpage. Who knows? So... Anyway, everybody, do stay safe out there. These times are still very turbulent and uncertain, and hope the best for all of you. We'll see you soon. We'll be here Sunday for my birthday celebration. He just can't wait for it all to be over.
So, Gina, if you happen to see this later on, we're going to be lighting up the bark. We're going to put a birthday candle on the bark.
Thank you, YOLO. You're always welcome.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
And stay safe out there, everybody.
Please.
Take care. Love you. See you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.